This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFan Talk. Hope everyone's having a wonderful time. It's been a rainy day around here, and you know what, though? Even though it's been raining, it's still freaking sticky humid out. So let's go ahead and bring on our co-host. First of all, we have DolFan Winners. What's up, my brother?
What's going on, brother? How are you today? And good evening to everybody. How are you, man?
I'm here. I'm fixing to go in my hole and just hide and talk a little bit. Meanwhile, let's bring on the middle-aged bearded wonder, John O'Hanlon.
Yo,
What's
John.
up, Walt? How are you?
What's going on?
I'm above ground and upright.
Just finished work, headed back to the office to pick up my car and go home.
Nice. What do we got going on today, gentlemen? Anything new?
That I know of, no. I haven't really looked anything up today. I'm not going to lie about that. So I've been looking a little bit here and there, and I haven't heard anything major.
Yeah, nothing really much going on. Go ahead, John.
I've been at work all day, so.
Well, somebody's got to pay the taxes.
You got that right.
Tom will be coming in shortly, he says.
All right, cool. Raphael, what's going on, brother? We appreciate you.
Very much so. Let's see what Dolphins Wire has to say today. Well, that's news we already talked about. Javon Chan says Jalen Wright is doing better than I was last year.
Right.
Raheem Mostert, of course, says he's always going to be underrated by his peers.
That's okay. They can underrate him. I don't care. 22 touchdowns last year, not a problem.
I was about to say that the vet should be a little underrated because my whole thing is that he showed the youngsters this is how you do it. This is how you do it through a season. So, you know, that's what I kind of like about that. Yeah, that's fine. But you're right, John. 22 touchdowns. Hey, look, there you go.
Yeah. Well, article by Matt Cerniak, 5 Dolphins players who have raised their stock at training camp. I wonder who he's got. The first one is Chop Robinson. He has been superb for the Dolphins. Well, we've seen that. He's got the speed. He's been splitting double teams when he needs to and holding his ground. However, he's also being stout against the run, which has been a major positive. Okay. I like that. His play against the run is what will get him on the field in situations that aren't strictly third down and obvious passing situations. If he can show that teams can simply just run at him, then he gives Anthony Weaver much more flexibility in calling his game. And we'll have to see about that. I do like him. I like what I've seen at him. Ethan Bonner, of course, we've seen that.
You think we get a glimpse of him this Friday coming up?
I think so. Yeah. We might. Well, I think so because they want to see how he's really going to do it in a real situation, not just in camp and stuff.
Right.
And if we go ahead, John.
I think Friday we see a lot of the guys we drafted and undrafted guys just to see what they got against live competition. It's at full speed.
Yeah, well, Ethan Bonner from last year, we got him last year. This year, he's made a big jump. I think we see him, even if it's just for one series. Because
you got to play somebody.
Yeah, he's made a big impression on everybody. I believe they want to see how it happens in a real game. Even though, in some ways, a lot of people, I know preseason's not a real game, but it's everybody who's fighting for that position, it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not like the referees call the captains out and go, all right, guys, it's preseason. We're going to do 75%.
Yeah. Quentin Bell is a fun story for fans to enjoy. We won't pretend to be Quentin Bell experts. When you take a look at his path thus far in the NFL, it shows that situations matter. He was drafted by the Raiders in 19, signed practice squad in 20, only to be signed to the Falcons practice squad in 21. And he was picked up by the Eagles, and in January this year, he was signed to Futures contract by Miami. Bell sounds like a classic practice squad player who's doing everything he can to stay in the league. However, because the pass rushing situation in Miami is so dire right now, due to the surprise Shaq Barrett retirement and Jalen Phillip Bradley Chubb still out, there's room for unheralded guys up and flash that what Bell is doing. Well, I mean, we've said that several times in the past of, everyone that has not had good years or have been undrafted or didn't draft where they thought they did, or the 1-year contract guys, they're all going to be playing in with a chip on their shoulder to get that bigger contract next year.
Of course.
Absolutely.
I mean, we would be doing the same thing. Tanner Connor keeps on flashing for Mike McDaniel. We might, let's see. Since Mike McDaniel has gotten here, the tight end has had no real receiving hole in the offense. 2, Jonnu Smith was brought in to change that because that guy can boogie after the catch.
Right.
3rd, Durham Smythe isn't great at anything, but he doesn't stink at anything either.
Right.
4th, Jody Fortson is enormous and he can run. And 5th, Tanner Connor is having a strong camp. Well, it's how many tight ends do we keep is the question.
Right.
Depend on how many receivers we keep.
Yeah. Right. Well, here it's saying because of a little injury to Smith, it led to Connor getting more run with the first ones at camp. That's surprising, but if you know anything about McDaniel, you know he has a thing for the undrafted tight end out of Idaho State. Good for him. I mean,
it's going to be a very interesting competition, and we get to see some of our guys play on Friday. And I'm going to pay attention to the whole game, watching on NFL Plus, even the guys that's not going to be there. I'm going to be paying attention to a lot of those guys because you never know; those same men might get picked up by other teams.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, God, yes. A lot of those guys will get picked up by other teams that we end up cutting. But this 5th one, I'm going to see if y'all can guess it. I'm going to read a little bit. The Dolphins needed help once again at defense and pass rusher after Barrett retired. And like last year, the Dolphins were left to hit the bargain bin. They looked at a few guys, but ultimately went with a player they released earlier this year in
Pogba.
Yep. It says the Emmanuel Ogbah Redemption Tour is alive and well.
Yep.
Well, he knows he needs to have a little bit of redemption. And here's our brother, Mr. Tom O'Gara, right now.
What's up, Tom?
What's up, brother?
What's good, everybody?
Chilling, brother.
You're good at you're good in that New York Yankees jersey.
No, he's not. Take that shit off. Ooh.
Let's see. Keep playing their game, Get healthy and keep playing their game.
Right.
I mean, I was listening.
Welcome back, Scotty.
Another person I heard that was doing pretty well from the tight end group was Julian Hill. I heard he was just mashing today. He was opening lanes downfield for second and third level type shit for a Chan, right? And
Matt Finevil, thank you for joining us out there. I got the link out there if anybody wants to join us up on here. Sometimes I forget to send the link to some of the guys because when they're not on all the time, they're not in that space area where I'm put the links at and everything, and I don't always scroll all the way down. But if anyone wants to join us, more than welcome to. We thank you, everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Huddle Sports Network. And if you haven't, go ahead to YouTube and subscribe and hit the like button for us. We need all the help we can get. So, yeah, what's up, Joe Rist? Yeah, Matt Finevil even said he's seen Quentin Bell has been a stud.
Right.
Hey, Matty Goldfall, jump on here.
So, you've heard anything new today, Tom?
Not much, honestly. I mean, we all saw the beautiful 50-plus yard pass to Tyreek splitting two defenders. We had to slide under it. Perfect placement. The ball was probably about 65 in the air because it was like the opposite hash. But that shit was pretty. Quentin Bell had the orange jersey. He has been shown out. I mean, which could be good. I mean, you don't need to rush Chubb. We all thought we were going to have Phillips back quicker anyway. But based on injury timelines, the ACLs probably heals better for Chubb. But it was 4 or 5 weeks later.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see. I mean, Grayson Murphy's been another guy in linebacker doing okay. Bonner will probably start Friday because you're not going to see Ramsey. I don't want to see him. Guy looks locked the fuck in. He can wait. Kendall Fuller, we don't really want to see much out of him too. Let them build their chemistry. It'll be Bonner and probably Elijah Campbell. Cam Smith maybe. We'll see a lot of Needham. We'll see Cyron Neal. And then the other safeties and stuff like that. I'm going to say it again for like the 7th week in a row. I'm still surprised that Justin Simmons is out there. Quandre Diggs just signed a 5-year deal with Tennessee, is another good safety out there. So I'm really surprised that a 2-time Pro Bowl, 1-time All-Pro is still out there on the free agent market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that the other day, and I'm like, is he asking for too much or something, and nobody wants to give it to him, or?
I don't understand because, like, he's a top 10 tackler in his position. He also helps with the run, and he could play multiple safety positions back there. It's strange. And, I mean, as much as it's a bad thing for him and other safeties like that barely got money this year, it might be the time to revisit that Holland extension while the market's down. Because as soon as the market gets reset, these guys might take one. You see all the 1-year deals. Diggs took a 1-year deal. Jamal Adams took a 1-year deal. They're taking these prove-it deals to try to cash in on the next cycle. We went up $35 million in the cap this year. I can only imagine the NFL is going to even get more money next year. And if you add 18 a game, you're going to look at $50+ million added for the cap next year. That's why I'm not really worried about the money. Like all these deals we've been preaching that help the money and help the cap. Even if we're in the red, we have so many different ways and lingos through the contract to make this money back, like without doing anything.
What's up, Michael Winters? Real quick, did you all see the next person going into the Ring of Honor?
Yes, I saw that video.
Tim, as Zach Thomas put it, Tim Badass Bowens.
All right.
Was a stud.
Yeah, they're putting him in the Arizona game.
Nice.
Fan club weekend.
Great.
You know?
That's awesome.
Well, you know what's funny though? is just the way Zach did it. He goes, yeah, it's going to be Tim Bowens, but they really should put Tim Badass Bowens up there.
They should. They
Tim
should.
just started laughing.
I think I have a game
Well, do you remember Zach's speech at the Hall of Fame? During his
Vaguely.
speech, he said he got to stare at Tim Bowen's ass all the time. That's what made him so good, was lining up behind Tim Bowens.
Yep. Right.
Can't wait to see you, Matt. Can't wait to see you and Jen. Definitely.
Nice.
Tomorrow, Matt. Oh, that's nice.
Where are you going tomorrow?
Well, we got the show with Pedro, so I'll see Matt tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I don't know.
I know my schedule gets crazier by the minute.
Well, I'm limited on doing what I'm doing because I'm where I thought I had an ear infection. I don't. I have the shingles.
That's just the worst. I've had it twice.
I've got it my whole left side of my face and even in my ear.
That's
Damn.
painful as hell.
You're telling me.
Yeah, I had it on like my ribs, and then I had it on my hip. Shit is brutal. I was like 15 when I had it. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is for older people. And I'm like, I don't know. It is what it is.
Well, that's what my wife said. I'm officially old. I had cataract surgery. I had a full hip replacement. And now shingles.
The bingo card's filling up quick.
You tell me about it. Oh, that sounds like something John would have said.
Why do you think Tom and I get along so well? Before the show, Tom, Papa Ball was going over all that stuff. I said to him, would your wife dig you up somewhere and unwrap you? 67 years old and he's falling apart.
It's terrible.
Right,
we need you around to hoist.
57, not 67.
We need you around to hoist be around for the parade, Paul. So you got to make it there for us.
That's right. That's right. Well, I gave my tickets and my yellow parking pass to Bo Tinsley. He asked for one, and my granddaughter couldn't make it with me, and I decided I'm not going after finding out I had the shingles and everything. So I gave him the other one. Yeah. And then I had an orange parking pass, which I bought, but I sold it to Allie for what I paid for it. So at least I got rid of everything.
Right.
I had a guy.
I'll be there.
Oh, I had a guy piss me off because I'm coming across these, ones. Parking passes for the whole season. Okay, how much? 8 home games, $2,000. That's $250 a game. I'm like, what are you smoking? I said, you didn't even pay $50 a piece for them.
That's something you could probably get if you single them out. Shit, I'm trying to make it easy. Cut me a deal here, bro. I understand.
I said, you're not robbing me. And then he's like, we're in a capitalist country. I'm like, maybe in your mind we are.
I'm aware, but you want a one-shot deal, then you got to give a little take. You can't be getting max for everything. I can see him saying, like, all right, give me $1,500, $25 if you want to buy them singly, but like even that's crazy.
Yeah, well, then he's like, I told him, I said, I can get them for $100. Sometimes I get them for $50. He goes, if you can get all 8 games for $100, sell them to me. I'll give you $1,200 for them.
What the hell?
That's what he's going to do. He's going to buy them and sell them singly.
I'm like, I am not going to do that to people.
Oh, my end.
I don't know. We lost John
Can
for
you
a
hear
second,
me?
I guess. I do now. I mean, I'm like, I'm not going to pay that much for a ticket. $250 a ticket. I wouldn't pay it if I was buying one.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's like you're almost paying for your whole ticket to the game in the lower level for a fucking parking alone.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
I mean, I don't like paying $150, but I've done it a couple of times only because I pay $100 plus my yellow parking pass.
Yeah, convenience.
And I mean, I'm liable to just be parked more and more in the yellow until I one day I hope to get my ADA parking.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know you get yours for $70 each, Michael Winters. You're a lucky bastard who found a guy who's sells you his whole season for that price, and I'm happy for you.
That's not
That's
bad.
awesome.
No, that's good.
It's fucking
Yeah,
gold.
I know. I mean, hell, I seen looking up for orange parking passes. I seen people selling the lowest price for a yellow parking pass I saw was like 170.
Yeah, that Bills game last year, they were nuts. They were like $250 plus for the parking, orange parking, and yellow was like $150 to $170. It's like,
Oh,
thanks.
that was ridiculous.
It's going to be even more this year.
I believe it.
Thursday
Especially by
night,
then.
yeah. Thursday night
We're
game.
like 13-3 or 12-3, something like that. Going to 12-4, going to play the Niners. It's going to be crazy.
Yep.
I wonder what they end up doing with Ayuk. I'm just glad we did the Tyreek thing in front of what could have been way worse. I think it's fair value. It makes him happy. It keeps him in the same sweet spot of the top 3, top 4. He didn't want to go anywhere. Now it gives us flexibility depending on the language, even if we don't want it to this year, because we don't really need it. But if we wanted to, we could probably, bonus half of it and get half back in the cap like we did with Tua.
Yeah.
I mean, Jamar Chase still has to get signed, and the Bengals are probably not going to give him a deal this year, which is probably a mistake. But it is what it is. They have 2 receivers they got to deal with, Higgins and Chase.
Yeah.
And then CeeDee Lamb's also going to get paid, and CeeDee Lamb wants to get paid like Jettas and above Amon-Ra. I can see him getting like 33 to 35 if Jettas is getting 35-1. You got Tyreek making 31-1, 32-1. AJ Brown 32-2. Like these contracts are going to get crazier and crazier. I understand that the cap's going to keep going up, but in 2 short years, we're going to be looking at a $70 million quarterback.
Yeah,
like easily looking at a $70 million quarterback.
Hooked up, Joe. I think we're all fired up for some joint practices. We want to see what goes on there as well.
I got excited. I thought you were going to fire up a joint. I was like, yeah, we're all excited for that too.
No, I just do the gummies.
That works too.
Hey, that works.
And the chocolate.
That works
full
too.
recreational.
I just got to remember, when my daughter buys me a chocolate bar, not to eat half of it at once.
Oh my God! Please don't do that.
I've already done it.
Oh shit! That was some good sleep, wasn't it?
Oh, my wife got off work, and I told her, I said, I'm feeling good.
Excellent.
How much did you eat? Half the bar? You're not supposed to eat half the bar.
Like one or 2 squares. Fuck them squares. Eat that shit.
He said you ain't half the bar. Oh my gosh.
I'm like, nobody told me.
The print's too small. I'm not reading that shit. I'm eating.
It's comical.
I do need to see about getting my license for here in Florida because my therapist even wants me to start doing it.
You should. They have like all types of like different rubs and stuff, like even like CBD mix, so it's not full on. Be good for the joints, sleep.
Well, as she said, you go in there and you tell them what you need it for, and they'll mix it up for you.
Yeah, at this point, it's so sophisticated and such a science to it that you can get something that would be to boost your metabolism, to boost your energy for the daytime, to get shit done. Then you have your ones that are just going to put you out trying to go to sleep, or you need recovery. You want a hybrid mix. Like there's so many different technicalities, and the science of it's amazing how far we've come in such a short time.
Joe Rest says he's firing up some joints for practice.
Hell yeah, pregame that shit.
Raphael says he can't do gummies. His chest feels like it'll explode.
Oh man.
Join this heat. I hate it. I got the stupid show to do, so it's like I gotta do it. It's better internet out here than it is in there. Or sometimes, so I'll do my show outside.
We're a stupid show, Tom.
Not stupid, you know what I meant. Let me get my Cape May IPA and shut the fuck up.
He sure enough did say that.
Yes, he did.
Sounded like he said
I
that. He's
corrected
trying to impress, trying to be tough in front of mommy.
my neighbor, but I corrected myself when I said it. Not a stupid show. Just stupid internet that the internet's so bad that I got to sit outside. He said, "Are you enjoying the heat?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm sweating my ass off."
Yeah, buddy.
It's so hot that poor literally just went, "Oh, the phone, wonderful." And it is.
And so where I planned on going to all the preseason games, that's blown for me. So I'm hoping I'll be better for next week's preseason game.
It'll be
Because I
better for the
plan on
Matters at least.
Well, I plan on next week. I plan on driving, if my truck's ready, which it should be, driving my truck down and dropping it off with Tony, and he's going to wrap it for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
So, and tomorrow I'm going to be dropping my bumpers off and my roll bars off to get powder coated. And by the way, for all of you out there up for DCC, get registered today. Join a team, register today. If you got your emails, they sent you a code for free registration.
Really?
Only today.
I didn't see that in mine.
Yes. Well, it says team captains, but the team captains can pass it out to their members because it's worked for my other people on my team.
Oh, all right. Then I got to get it from Maria.
And I mean, I don't even know if she's had a chance, but I'm already registered. The team's already registered. WCFL Helping Hands Incorporated.
Yeah, Maria got East 12 registered already.
So I've already, my granddaughter's already registered. She's going to do the 5K. I'm doing the 13-mile bike ride. The wife's going to try and do the 5K next year.
Okay.
So,
Who the fuck is that?
I mean, that free registration saves you $50. And if you haven't seen, they did up the heavy hitters. It's now $4,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're trying to keep people out of there.
Yeah. Heavy hitters is now $4,000. And each level of where, like last year, that what's up, Shake Money?
Shake.
Each level has up their, well, last year where the 13-mile bike ride was still $50 registration fee, it's $150 now. All the bike rides are $150 now. And they've upped the minimum. I don't know if they've upped the minimum. I mean, it's for the 13-mile, it's still only $250 I got to raise. 54 miles is $500, or the 39-mile, I mean, is $500. 54 mile is $750, and then the 99-mile bike ride is $1,000. So I think at the same time they're trying to weed out maybe some of the bikers because they had so many bikers this past year.
Yeah, but the problem with weeding people out, you're going to have less people raising money for you.
Right.
Or not so many of them going to be doing, I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of ride a bike, so that's not an option.
I'm going to do my best to do that whole 13 miles. I put myself down at the slowest speed, 12 to 15 miles an hour.
You said 5 to 10 miles an hour?
No, I know I can average, around 12 miles an hour.
Okay.
And I know I can pick it up if I have to. But of course, around where I live, there's hills and stuff I'm riding on around here. We're down there, it's mostly all flat road.
Right.
So
I'll be right back.
okay. All right. Raphael, no, I'm not using an electric bike. That was Dan Marino last year. Hey, he was out there though.
Nothing wrong with it. I see
I
people
mean,
using them all the time.
oh yeah, but Dan Marino hurts just when he's walking, just like I do and stuff. But I'm trying to build myself up and stuff.
Oh, he builds himself up with each hand. Feels no pain when he's on that bike.
Mhm.
Or right when he gets off, rather. Either way, he's always got a drink in hand. I'll tell you that.
Yep. Well, I was just glad to be able to say hey to him last year, and I was standing right next to his bike.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
I'll have to chase him down this year at least once.
Who was it? There was somebody was asking. I told them to get hold of you. I think they wanted to figure out how to get hold of. I think they were talking about Van Ginkel.
I mean, good luck at this point. I would write to the Vikings, write to their facility or the stadium or the practice facility. I mean, he used to do that through the Dolphins. I got him a few times that way, but I mean, I would also see him in person. He was pretty cool. But I would write a letter to the facility with, handwrite a letter, explain that you're a fan, explain all of the things you're involved in, whatever you like about him. You could offer a small donation to his foundation if he has one, or a charity of choice if he has one, and then include your item. But it's got to be something you're willing to not get back just in case he doesn't answer. And then put another envelope with the postage paid in there. So all he has to do is open it. There's a letter, there's an item, and there's an envelope. He can open it, sign it if he wants to, put it back in the mail. It has no effort on his part besides receiving. Just make it really easy on him, and that's what I would highly recommend doing that.
Hooked Up Joe, I have no idea if anyone's ever done it on a unicycle.
God bless. Or what about one of those big ass old school bikes, the 22-wheeler Johns? 22-inch wheels, like the one wheel.
The custom wheel.
No, those aren't 22 inch. Those are more like 5 and 6 foot.
Right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the big ass old school bikes.
Mm-hmm. And they have that. They have that one little. They have one little wheel in the back.
See, Paul knows because he used to ride one.
He was around during the inception.
Yes, I was actually the guinea pig.
Oh God, that's excellent. People used to get fucked up on those things, falling from that 5-6 foot height. Oh God! Can you imagine your ass on those bumpy ass roads too?
Oh, just hit a block big enough that your wheel can't go over.
All those cobblestones down Center City. Oh my God!
Center City, Germantown.
Yeah, absolutely. There too.
Shake Money, you back?
Hey, how you doing? There you go. Better
Good,
this time,
good.
right?
Yes, much better.
What's good?
How y'all guys doing today?
How are you? Are you flooded down there?
No, not at all. Just a little bit of water, not flood, no floods at all.
All right, good.
That's good. There's been a lot of terrible looking videos online.
Yeah, Sarasota.
Smoked.
Yeah.
Well, Sarasota, it's bad drainage in Sarasota, so it's gonna look like that no matter what.
Right.
Sarasota and Northport.
Sarasota, that's where the Orioles are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Northport is where the Braves play now.
And then you got the Tigers in Lakeland. I don't know how far that is from there.
Tampa Dolphin Rodney's asking Tom, and I mean, I'm pretty much sure it'd be the same concept. You'd have to send a letter to he's saying along those lines, how would a fan club go about asking a former player to attend a fan club? Pretty much the same way.
Yeah. I would try to find the best way to contact them. If they're up to date on social media, you can reach out to like something on social media and say, look, I have a request, an email. But I mean, that's what I would do for Van Ginkel and some of the more current guys. Older guys, you might be able to find their home address or anything like that. I don't want to give too much on that because it's not my place to do that. But over my years of doing things like that, when I was a kid, I used to, do some good legwork research to find out some some places to send things and take chances. You know, I lost a lot of things, but also when you get something back and it's good, it's like Christmas morning all over again.
Yeah.
Like, so you have to be realistic with it too. You can't be thinking that, like, for example, you're going to send Marino a letter to his foundation, you're going to get something back that's legitimate. You'll get a preprint back thanking you for being a fan, asking you to be involved in what they're involved in. But some guys randomly at good times, you could get them when they, you know, take Pro Bowl and they get back to their homes, or they look every so often. Some guys get giant Santa-looking like bags of letters and stuff to the stadiums. They all have a mailbox like you would at work, like, you know what I mean, like a little cube that has like their number for their camp or for their locker number or whatever the case may be. Depends how often they go check it, but some guys are better than others, you know.
Yeah, which like I could see Blake Ferguson checking it every day, the way he is.
Yeah, he does. Gink used to check every day. Flores used to check every day.
I believe Phillips is the same way, the way he is.
He might be. It depends on if he has got contracts like these other guys, like Tua Waddle, Reek. Reek's got a more loose contract, but the other guys are real fitted in with Fanatics. Fanatics fucking take over the world.
Right.
They got their hands in literally everything now. Even things of like small businesses that were keeping things going that are like collectible type issues, photos, cards, submissions, jerseys. They have everything now. They own it all.
I'm happy because I have Chubb, Phillips, Steeler, Raheem Mostert, all on one helmet, along with a couple others.
It's good.
Hey, what's funny is I have a buddy of mine, right? He works for this, like it's for a baseball company, right? And he has this. He gets paid, I forgot, a couple $100 for an hour just to sit there and verify this baseball player signed all his baseball cards.
So he's like an authenticator?
Yeah. And he has to sit there for an hour until he signs all the baseball cards he was given.
Oh, so he's the witness. He's the witness on the tags. Because like there's certification, there's different levels. There's just one that you could like bring something in signed or submit it that's already signed, and they'll give you just their basic cert. If it's a player that's of like higher stature, for example, like a Kobe, a LeBron, a Jordan, a Jeter, something worth like more than $500, they make you get a full letter where they'll have like, you know, like we've all seen shows, whether it's Pawn Stars, Antiques Roadshow, whatever, where like, let me call an expert, and it's Steve Gradd or somebody, like they'll be able to analyze the slant, the pen for the era, the pressure of the autograph, the flow. Like there's so many different like, little technicalities to it. But yeah, there's also, if there's somebody like a handler in the back room, like, hey, you're just going to watch him sign all 5,000 pieces. So now they become witnessed certification.
Well, it's funny because Chubb's didn't come out very smooth. It's almost like a double. He almost did it like twice over the top of it because when he pulled the marker lid off, he pulled the whole marker apart.
Yeah, that almost happened last week on Monday for me.
So he put it back together and wanted to use it because I told him gold, silver, or bronze. And he goes, oh, gold, of course. You know, and of course he pulls it apart. It comes apart, puts it back together, gets the lid off, and it just wasn't all the way in, I think. So it didn't come out clearly. But I know who it was.
It's like a B. He does like a BC with like a loop.
But I know who. At least I know who it is, and I can name. You know, the other one is Good. That's on that helmet. And then there's that one I told you about that was C. Brown, I think, that we thought was just like a camp body or something.
Could be.
I might not have told you about it. He's got 5 years, but I've never even heard of the name. Number 47. Yeah.
Not sure.
No.
Not sure. Yeah, I probably won't get a crack at graphing him until like the end of the season, unless I take a chance on him on one of these road games.
So we're already down to less than 20 minutes. So go ahead, guys, with what you got, Shake.
I was gonna ask Tom, how feasible soon is it to make a jersey for the Dolphins?
Pretty easy. I have a thread up right now that's going to go 2 weeks. So you just got 2 weeks to, like, put your request on. I'll send you a link to where I just posted on there for me because it gets to be like 400 or 500 comments. So it just keeps it all in one spot. So when I close it and turn the comments off, I sit there and just bang out an Excel spreadsheet, move it on over, send them without a plug, get confirmation, and then collect from everybody. And then they come in about 3 to 5 weeks after that.
And does it have to be Dolphins? Going to be other sports as well?
Any sport, pretty much. I've gotten some weird ones recently, like some Midwestern International Hockey League teams. Pretty much anything. The better the clear picture.
He wants to do his high school. He wants to do his high school. So
yeah, I mean, if you can get me a clear picture of the front, back, and any like patches it may have on the sleeves or anything like that, the clearer the picture, the more feasible that it becomes.
Okay, that's
well. The guy is Cameron Brown from Penn State, experienced 5 years, 26 years old.
Oh, and he played for the Giants last year. He's a linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I just could not think.
Yeah, it just has nothing else on him, really.
Yeah, he played mostly special teams, but since the linebacker core for the Giants last year got depleted pretty quickly, he played toward the end of the year. I would say by week 9 on, he played about 40% of the snaps. He's not bad. He's more of a headhunter on special teams.
Yeah, he was 4 years with the Giants. So yeah, I got him on the helmet as well.
That's good.
He's got a nice clear autograph, and so does Good.
Yeah, some guys take pride in their name. Others are just initials anymore. It's terrible.
Yeah, but I'm just glad it's a nice size, and like I said, that other one I got to keep it. But I love the helmet. It's a good helmet. It had the chrome stickers on it. I know, and you've helped me out a lot with things, but I got to start doing some raffles to start raising some money.
Heard that. It'll come easier too when the season starts and people get more excited. We're all excited and giddy as it is. And then
Absolutely.
once, the rest of the population gets back on track that holy shit, football's back. We're coming to the fall. Summer's over. Then they get excited and, they want things from that nature. So we'll pick back up pretty quickly, especially when we all start finding our new favorites on the team that we haven't had in prior years. You know what I mean? Like our dark horse, our studs. Jordan Brooks.
Yeah, well, he's got a little injury right now from what their interview was saying, but it's nothing from what Mike McDaniel said. This was 6 hours ago. It's nothing he's worried about.
Yeah, they'll all start ramping these guys up that last week of August. Beckham will be included with that.
Well, it's like a question earlier. I think Saul asked it. Do you think that, Friday's the first preseason game. I'm pretty sure we'll see a little bit of everybody out there, that's really working at making the team. Do you think we'll see some of Ethan Bonner?
I think he'll start. I think it'll be Ethan Bonner and Cam Smith starting at corner, respectively. Or it'll be Elijah Campbell and one of the other two, or Nick Needham and one of the other two. And these guys will rotate in and out of position. Might see some Storm Duck if he's healthy.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Colbert, might see some of him, probably will. But I'm thinking that you'll at least get a half out of a mix of Bonner, Needham, Campbell, and Smith. You'll get a half of them, and then the rest will kind of be like as they see fit so far what their depth chart is.
Because we've said it once, we said it 1,000 times. Come August 27th, that 53-man cut is going to be super interesting.
Perfect, Shake. I'll send you that link in like 2 seconds.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem. Just doing a little pour job real quick.
Just don't drop it on the camera.
I'll be good. It's so fucking hot that it won't even stay like a good pour. It's gross.
Well,
it's like 99 in Jersey today.
Well, we've had a lot of rain, and it's still, with the humidity, it's still sticky, hot, muggy out.
It's gross.
It really didn't cool
off the chain.
Down here too. It didn't cool anything off really.
Well, I'll say this. Later on this week, it's supposed to get into the 70s up here. So it actually might start feeling like fall by the end of the week up here because we're going to get rain
For a
and
couple of
70s.
days, and then it'll go right back to the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So,
Shit's
like
gross.
like Scotty said, this is going to be the hardest 53 cut in years.
absolutely. And that's a great thing to have. That's a great
Oh, yeah.
problem to have.
Most definitely. I'd rather have that problem than trying to figure out who we're going to keep.
Absolutely.
Those are facts.
So,
Yeah, I think that the D line, as much as people were nervous about it, I think the D line is going to be a good battle, and depending on how many we take, like this is where the roster shakeup happens. Like we always talk about, are they like Easy E is hurt now as well again, and it could be if it's his neck, he could be done. You could have 6 receivers, you could have 7 receivers, but now you have 2 guys down. You might take 5. And then you might take an extra running back. You may take an extra offensive lineman. You may take an extra D lineman. I mean, Jonathan Hankins, or no? Is he one of the spots? You got Benito Jones. You got Brandon Pilley, Kalai Campbell, Seiler locked in, basically. Quentin Bell's been making noise. It just depends how they want to shake it out, what they want more of. Because our problem has been depth because the injuries later in the year.
yeah, Scotty says D-line is an absolute battle, which I agree. I liked having that, though. We want the battles.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We want to see that. We're going to see so much going on that day. I believe that's a Tuesday, the 27th.
Right.
Which I know it is because I have doctor's appointments that day too. But we're all going to be glued to our information tablets and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Except for John. John will be working.
Oh, trust me, I'll be checking every chance I get.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's see. Got basically 10 more minutes left, guys. I want to thank everybody once again on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Huddle Sports Network. If you haven't done it, jump on YouTube, look us up, subscribe, hit the like button, help us out.
Hooked Up Joe, look at Pamela DolFan. She does a stream every week. I'm sure that she'll be doing preseason as well.
She does all the Dolphin games.
If you're looking for something more personal, like you need something because you need the whole season, get a Fire Stick, jailbreak that bitch, and I'll give you the program I use. It's $20 a month, and I get everything: pay-per-views, movie channels, CBS local South Florida. You get a whole bunch of stuff. It's well worth it.
Yeah, I might be contacting you because when I come back, I'm going to treat myself to television. So yeah,
it's so worth it. We got rid of cable. Cable's like $250 a month, and we didn't get
shit.
shit.
Yeah, right.
So I literally just pay for internet, like get like the $100 internet instead of like the $50 or $70 internet, and you can get everything for $20 a TV. And then if you don't like it, it's not like a contract and like that either. But I get A to Z, every single state, 2 or 3 regional local channels, ABC, NBC, whatever. I get NBA extra innings or MLB extra innings, NBA League Pass, whatever the soccer shit is, the ticket, movie channels for both East and West Coast for HBO, Cinemax, Stars, Showtime, whatever. And then there's a free other add-on program you can get for like movies and TV shows called Cinema.
Oh, okay.
Real quick, John, I know I told you I had 4 collared shirts for you, but if you want, I have some winter-type jackets for your northern games and stuff. As I told Saul, I went through everything I had today, and I easily have over $1,000 worth of stuff in that bag.
Scoop it in.
Well, I had 6 or 7 pieces that were like $100 to $150 each.
That's excellent.
Well, the jackets are expensive.
So I see these new hats we got today, the training camp hats and some of the early season hats. They're so sick. There's like a
Yeah,
teal plaid, a black plaid. There's an aqua mesh, a gray mesh, and then like a white cream with a throwback. That's new out this year. They just dropped all their hats today. They're fire. Fuck.
There's a newer one that in there that's got the new logo on it, and it's black, and you can't even see the logo in it because the logo itself is black, but it's just neat looking. It sort of has that
Nice.
reflectiveness to it.
right.
Well, that's solid. Yeah, I was just talking about like the sideline caps dropped today on Fanatics or whatever. I saw that. I was like, ooh, this is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I picked, I told you, one of those hats, I was telling Tom, John, that I picked up some hats. I had two of them that are an 8 1/8, which is too big for my head. But then there's another one that is an 8 5/8.
That's a huge
I mean, you ain't kidding. That's someone who's got the afro out and not tucking it in or anything.
Otherwise, the only people I could think of would be like Armstead or Lester Cotton. It's got to be a huge boy.
8 5/8. So I mean, that thing swallows my head.
I mean, if you're like 6'5", 380 pounds, I mean, maybe 360. You know what I mean? Some big boy.
What about that? What about the offensive tackle that we got? I'm sure that probably would fit him.
Oh, Paul.
Patrick Paul.
Yeah, Patrick Paul.
I mean, anything's possible, but it was crazy. Because I just grabbed some hats, and then when I got in the car and I'm looking at them like 8 5/8, who the hell is wearing that damn thing?
Well, send me pictures through Messenger or text. Of hats, jackets, anything like that, and I'll let you know.
Well, I mean, I'll let you pick them out at the first game.
That's up to you.
I mean, I'm not doing anything really until the first game. So, and you could just pick and choose what you want and make the donation like you did last year. But I have your 4 collared shirts put to the side just for you. You got 4, I got 3.
I appreciate that.
Well, I know how you are about your collared shirts, and then
that's all I wear every day.
And I appreciate you for all you do.
How many collar shirts do you have?
In my closet right now?
No, tomorrow. You have any for sale?
Probably 20, 25.
I got some 3. I might have 1 or 2 more left of the collared shirts at 3X. I mean, I'll sell you what I'm not big on the collared shirts that much. I'll sell you what I got. There's all 3X.
Yeah, I'm not that big.
Well, in the bag. When I say the bag was full of stuff, it had to be 3X, 4X, or 5X. There was, and somebody, they must have got mixed up because I did come up with a couple 2X pieces, and there was not supposed to be any 2X pieces in the area where that stuff was.
You have any 2X shirts then? I'll take a 2X.
Yeah, I know I got at least one 2X shirt. And okay. I already told Saul the other one, if it doesn't fit the wife or she doesn't want it, that I'd give it to him.
Okay.
But I know I got one 2X shirt in there. It'll be all yours, Shake.
I'll tell you the money. How much are they?
No, it's nothing for you.
Okay, I'll give you a donation.
Just do a donation like John does.
Yeah, that's what's up.
We just got our depth chart posted if anyone saw it.
Oh, really? No, I have not seen that.
Yeah,
we only got a
right meow.
Oh, you want to go over it? We got about 3 minutes.
Sure. So it looks like obviously what you'd think. The line is probably going to shuffle, but you got left tackle Armstead, left guard Robert Jones, center Aaron Brewer, right guard Liam Eichenberg, tackle Austin Jackson, Starting wideout, Tyreek Hill. Starting slot, Jalen Waddle. Tua, Mostert and Achane, Ingold, Durham Smythe over Jonnu right now. D tackle, you got Seiler, Benito Jones, Khalid Campbell, Quentin Bell, David Long, Jordan Brooks, Agba, Ramsey, Fuller, Kohu, Holland, and Poyer to round out your starters. Your backup D tackle, you got Jonathan Harris, and then Neville Gallimore, TR, Deshaun Hand, Brown, who we just talked about, Anthony Walker, Duke Riley, Chop, Cam Smith, Ethan Bonner, Nick Needham, Elijah Campbell, and Marcus May.
Okay.
Your kick return, you got Barrios, Achane, Schwartz, Malik, McGowan. Punt return, you got Barrios, Craycraft, McGowan, Malik Washington.
Okay. I like the fact we're going to see a Chan on kickoff returns.
Right.
Yeah. No real
I mean,
surprises, the line.
Yeah. I mean, a Chan's a shifty little booger. And, I mean, he gets going. He can find the holes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for the line, it would come down to if Isaiah Wynn's healthy, you're going to plug him in at left. And then the decision becomes, you play Robert Jones or do you play Eichenberg at right guard or Jack Driscoll? And then your swing tackles will be Keon Smith, Kendall Lamb, and Patrick Paul to back those guys up.
Okay, everybody, let's just go ahead and say our goodbyes, and I'll throw up the commercial.
Peace, love, fins up, everybody.
Peace, love, fins up, everybody. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see y'all Wednesday night at 8 o'clock this week. We are on 8 o'clock this week, and from now on, we'll be on 8 o'clock at Wednesday nights.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.